Good morning to all of you. In the last class we have discussed about the preparation of amines. Before we go on further, let us see 2 or 3 examples given in NCERT, and today we are going to discuss the physical properties of amines and one of the chemical property of the amine we are going to discuss. We are discussing example number 13.1 of NCERT. Look at the question. The question says, the first question says, we have to write on the reaction. We have to write on the reaction of ethanolic amine. Basically, ethanol is a solvent. Ethanolic ammonia with reaction of ammonia with C2H5Cl. So basically, we have to do Hofmann homolysis of C2H5Cl. So when you react with C2H5Cl, since we are not working under control condition, ethanol is a solvent. So you are going to get the mixture of 4 amines. You will get some amount of primary amine, C2H5NH2. You will get some amount of secondary amine, that is C2H5 whole twice NH. This will react further. You will also get some amount of tertiary amine, C2H5 whole thrice N, and some amount of quaternary amine also. So you get the mixture of 4 amines. This is nothing but your example of Hofmann homolysis reaction. The second question says that we have to do ammonolysis. Ammonolysis basically means reacting with ammonia. Ammonolysis of benzyl chloride. We have to react benzyl chloride with ammonia, and the amine which is formed, and amine so formed, we have to react it with 2 moles, further reacted with 2 moles of CH3Cl. The product which will form will be further reacted with 2 times with CH3Cl. So this is is benzyl chloride. We have to react it with ammonia, the nucleophile. It's again a Hofmann homolysis reaction. The Cl will be replaced by NH2. You will get the formation of benzylamine. Now the question says this benzylamine has to be reacted with 2 moles of CH3Cl. So when you react with 1 mole of CH3Cl, this hydrogen will be replaced by alkyl group CH3. This is again a nucleophilic substitution reaction, nucleophile attacking like this. The hydrogen on the nitrogen will be replaced by the alkyl group. So this is what is formed. First of all, we'll have CH2, N, CH3, H. React with 1 mole more. Again, this hydrogen will be replaced by the alkyl group. So we have reacted benzylamine with 2 moles of CH3Cl. The hydrogen on the nitrogen will be replaced by nothing but R. So this was example number 13.1 of NCERT. Now let us discuss the second question, that is again based on the conversion. This is example number 13.2. The question says that you have to convert CH3CH2Cl. It has to be converted into CH3CH2CH2NH2. You can see it is a step-up reaction. 2 carbon has to be converted to 3 carbon. So increase 1 carbon, so you react with KCN. The Cl will be replaced by Cn. And now what you do is you reduce it with LiLH4, followed by reaction with water. You will get the formation of amine with 1 carbon more. The second question says that you have got benzyl chloride, CH3CH2Cl. This is again a step-up reaction. We have to convert this into this compound, C6H5, CH2, CH2, NH2. Again we have to increase 1 carbon, so again same method, KCN you put, Cl will be replaced by Cn, and then Cn can be converted into amine. We already know by simple reduction, LiLH4 and water, we will get the formation of amine. So again it was based on the method of KCl. Whenever you have to increase one carbon, you have to use the method of KCl. Now let us see example number 13.3. Let us talk about example number 13.3. You have to write down the reaction. Basically what you have to do is that in this the question says that you have to subject propanamide. We have got propanamide. We have to subject it to Hofmann. We have to subject it to Hofmann bromamide degradation. We have to do bromamide degradation. Remember the step down reaction, degradation. Now let us write propanamide. What is propanamide? 3-carbonamide, CH3CH2 CONH2. What happens in Hofmann bromide? We put NaOH, Br2, heat, this goes away, you get amine with 1 carbon less. You will get the formation of ethane amine. Okay. Second question says that you have to subject benzamide to Hofmann bromide. What is benzamide? Benzamide is benzene with CONH2 subjected to Hofmann bromide. Same reaction, NaOH, Br2, heat, this will go away. You will get the formation of none other than aniline. So this was example number 13.3. Now let us discuss one in-text question and then we start with the physical properties of amines. And today we will discuss one of the chemical properties of amine also. This is in-text question. It's a nice question. In-text question 13.3. This example we have already done when we were discussing the preparation of amine. Benzene into aniline, we have to do the thing. So this is what we are looking for. Benzene we have. We want to convert into aniline. We can do it in 2 steps. What we can do its nitration. We can react it with concentrated HNO3. We reacted with concentrated H2SO4. We get the formation of nitrobenzene. Then we have to reduce nitro into amine. The best method, remember, FeHCl, the best method to convert NO2 into NH2. Though we can convert by other method also. Second question is quite interesting. It says convert benzene into NN dimethyl aniline. NN dimethyl aniline. First of all, let's draw the structure. This is what is benzene. What you're looking for is this aniline. NN dimethyl aniline means aniline, both the hydrogens are placed by the CH3. What you will do is that first of all convert benzene into aniline as the above method. Do nitration and then do reduction, make aniline. Then if you compare the structure, what you do, you have to replace these 2 hydrogen by the 2 CH3 group. So you can react it with 2 times CH3Cl. 2 moles of CH3Cl we can use in the presence of NaOH as a base. Both the hydrogens will be replaced by CH3 group. We are using Hofmann ammonolysis in this particular reaction. Now last example is quite interesting. Look at this example. This says that you have to have this compound CH2 whole 4 Cl Cl. You have to convert this compound with a 4 carbon into hexane. You have to convert into hexane 1,6-diamine. So if you see the structure, it is CH2 6 NH2 NH2. So in this basically we have to increase 2 carbon. Cl over here, Cl over here. So what we can do, we can react with 2 moles of KCl. Both the Cl will be replaced by the Cl. simple nucleophilic substitution reaction, and then when you reduce both of them, they will convert into amine. LiLH4 and water, both of them will convert into amine. So you will have 2 carbon extra. So these were the few questions based on what the topic we have discussed in the last class. Now what we are today going to discuss is the physical properties of amine and one of the chemical properties of amine. So we are discussing physical properties of amine. Basically we are going to discuss 2 main properties of amine. One is the solubility, and the other one we are going to talk about is the boiling point. So first of all, we are going to talk about solubility in water. Solubility in water. Now what happens, it has been found that the lower amines having less carbon, lower amines up to 4 carbon atoms, up to 4 carbon atoms, that is methanamine, ethanamine, propanamine, butanamine, up to 4 carbon atoms are readily soluble in water. They are readily soluble, they mix with water well, they are readily soluble in water. What is the reason for the lower amines to be soluble in water? It's very simple. We have got amine R, let's say we take primary amine R and H2. When you put in water, it will be attracted towards water. You would have guessed it right. It is attracted by the water due to the formation of the hydrogen bonding. This will be negative, this will be positive, because the electron will go towards nitrogen and this positive and negative attract. This is nothing but intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So lower amines up to 4 carbon atoms, they mix readily with water because they are forming intermolecular hydrogen bonding with water. But you know, this part is the non-polar part, the hydrophobic part. So what is going to happen is, as the number of carbon atoms will increase, as the number of carbon atom will increase, carbon atom will increase, the water solubility decreases. The water solubility will decrease. And why the water solubility is going to decrease? As the non-polar group or the non-polar part becomes bigger in size. Non-polar part or hydrophobic part. Which is a hydrophobic part? That is the R group becomes bigger in size. Group becomes bigger in size. So as such, up to 4 carbon atom, the amines are readily soluble in water because of the formation of hydrogen bonding with water. But as the number of carbon atom increases, the non-polar part becomes bigger in size, the water solubility is going to decrease because the non-polar part is becoming bigger in size. Okay, so lower amines are soluble in water due to the formation of hydrogen bonding with water. Now if you compare the solubility of the primary amine, secondary amine and the tertiary amine, the water solubility of primary amine will be the best because N has got 2 hydrogens. The 2 hydrogens can form hydrogen bonding with water, followed by the secondary amine, because in that case N is having only 1 hydrogen with which it can form hydrogen bonding with water. Over here 2 water molecules can attach, 1, and over here the nitrogen doesn't have any hydrogen to form hydrogen bonding with water. So water solubility of primary amine is the best, followed by secondary, followed by tertiary. Reason being, in this N has got 2 hydrogens to form hydrogen bonding with 2 water molecules. This has got only 1 to form hydrogen bonding with 1 water molecule. It has got none, so that is the reason. Now let us discuss one of the very interesting thing. Let us compare the water solubility of amines and alcohol with the same carbon. You will find alcohols are more water soluble as compared to the corresponding amine with the same number of carbon atoms. Alcohols are going to dissolve more in water as compared to amines. Let's see why. The reason being, alcohol forms stronger hydrogen bonding with water. Amines also form hydrogen bonding with water, but alcohol forms stronger hydrogen bonding with water. Now the question arises, why alcohol forms stronger hydrogen bonding with water? What is the reason behind this? The reason behind this is as follows. We have alcohol. Alcohol has got oxygen attached to hydrogen. Oxygen is highly electronegative, second most electronegative element. So the polarity of the OH bond is going to be more. Here is the water. Again, it's a polar molecule, negative, positive, hydrogen bonding. This hydrogen bonding will be strong. So we write in alcohol, what is there is the OH bond is more polar, as oxygen is the second most, next to fluorine, second most electronegative element. So since oxygen is highly electronegative, the polarity of the OH bond is more. So since the positive charge over here will be more, attraction will be more. More the charges, more is the attraction. Whereas in the case of amines, we have a nitrogen, which is the third most electronegative element. Over here the charges will be developed, but the polarity will be lesser. Can you see delta delta minus delta delta plus, just to show that these charges are less than this. So naturally the attraction towards water is going to be less. Attraction towards water is going to be less because the NH bond is less polar. So we can write down, in alcohol OH bond is more polar, as oxygen is the second most electronegative element, whereas in amines NH bond is less polar. NH bond is less polar, as nitrogen is less electronegative next to oxygen, less electronegative than oxygen. So amine forms a weaker hydrogen bonding with water, but alcohol forms stronger hydrogen bonding with water. Both of them are forming hydrogen bonding with water, but alcohols are going to form stronger hydrogen bonding with water as compared to amines. Reason being, OH bond is more polar as compared to NH bond. Why OH bond is more polar? Because oxygen is more electronegative, nitrogen is less electronegative. You do know polarity of the bond depends on electronegativity difference. Over here the electron difference will be more. I can give you the value. Like hydrogen has a value, electronegativity value of 2. Oxygen will have a value of 3.5. So difference will be 1.5. Over here the value over here will be 3 and this is 2. The difference will be just 1. So polarity over here is more, polarity over here is less. Hydrogen bonding is stronger, hydrogen bonding is weaker. So amine as such are more water soluble. Alcohols are more water soluble as compared to the corresponding amines. Corresponding means they both have same number of carbon atom. If they have same number of carbon atom, you can compare their water solubility. Now let us compare the boiling point. As such, the boiling point of amines is quite high. Amines boiling point is more than corresponding alkanes. Even it is higher than alkyl halides. You know boiling point depends on what? Intermolecular force of attraction. Amines have got high boiling point. They've got high boiling point as they form, they are attracted to each other, they form strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding with each other. They form strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding with water. They form strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding. You can see they have van der Waals force of attraction. Hydrogen bonding is stronger as compared to the van der Waals force of attraction. This is one amine, this will be another amine. Positive, negative, positive, hydrogen bonding. Okay, So amines boiling point is more than alkanes, more than alkyl halide, because amines have got strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Whereas both of them have got, they have intermolecular van der Waals force of attraction, which is weaker. Intermolecular van der Waals force of attraction, which is weaker. Boiling point, by now you must be clear, depends on intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So amines have got strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding, so its boiling point is higher as compared to alkanes or alkyl halide. If you compare the boiling point of these amines, naturally the boiling point of primary amine will be better, followed by the secondary amine, followed by the tertiary amine, because over here there are two hydrogens which can form hydrogen bonding. This is one, this is none, and so on. So boiling point will be in this order. Similarly, if you compare the boiling point of alcohol and amines, alcohols and amines, alcohol will be having a higher boiling point. Same reason, alcohol have got stronger intermolecular hydrogen bonding. They form stronger intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Stronger intermolecular hydrogen bonding. It is more stronger as compared to the intermolecular hydrogen bonding in amines. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding in amines. Alcohol forms stronger intermolecular hydrogen bonding. You know the reason. Alcohol, we have got same disappetite reason. Alcohol has got OH bond, which is more polar, because oxygen is highly electronegative. So the intermolecular hydrogen bonding will be stronger because the polarity is going to be strong. Whereas in amines, NH bond is less polar because of the less electronegativity of nitrogen. So with the result, the hydrogen bonding is going to be weaker. Why NH bond is less polar? Reason being, the nitrogen is less electronegative as compared to oxygen. So remember, oxygen is more electronegative than nitrogen. So OH bond is more polar as compared to the NH bond in the case of amines. So this was regarding the boiling point of amines. Now we come to the chemical properties of amines, and as I told you, today we'll be discussing only one of the chemical properties of amines. One of the chemical property of amine that we are going to discuss today. I will be discussing about you. Number one is alkylation of amines. I am going to discuss alkylation of amines. What is alkylation of amines? Basically, it is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. It's a nucleophilic substitution reaction. In this, what happens is acidic hydrogen on nitrogen are replaced by the alkyl groups. They are replaced by the alkyl groups. What are acidic hydrogens? The one which are attached to highly electronegative atom. Nitrogen is highly electronegative atom. Basically, it is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. So suppose we have got primary amine. We can replace these hydrogens by alkyl group by reacting with alkyl halide. So you react with alkyl halide R-X in the presence of NaOH. What is going to happen is one by one these hydrogens will be replaced by R group. So you will have R, N, R dash. You can replace one more time. Further react with R-X. This hydrogen will again be replaced by R dash. You will get the formation of tertiary amine. You can react one step further because you can even get the formation of quaternary amine. So now you will have 4R group attached like this, and you will get the formation of none other than quaternary amine. So one by one the hydrogens of the amine can be replaced by alkyl group. Let us see the example. Suppose I ask you, do exhaustive. Exhaustive means had se zyada. Do the exhaustive methylation of aniline. Methylation of aniline means aniline, you have to put methyl groups, as many as you can. So you know what is aniline? It is benzene with NH2. It has got two hydrogens. We can replace both of them by CH3, and we can go one step further. So we react with CH3Cl. If it is ethylation, we would have reacted with C2H5Cl. So the hydrogen will be replaced by the methyl group. You can do it one step further, CH3Cl. Again the hydrogen is replaced by the methyl group. You get a tertiary amine. You know, we can go one step further, we can go till quaternary amine, react one more CH3Cl, and now you're going to get nothing but the formation of the quaternary. So this is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Basically what happens is acidic hydrogen of amines can be replaced by the alkyl. Okay, so this is alkylation. Basically you would have recognized this reaction also we have discussed in Hofmann ammonolysis reaction when we did the preparation of amines. So this is alkylation of amines that we were supposed to discuss today. Let us discuss one more reaction, the last reaction for the day. Let us discuss acylation of amines. We are going to discuss acylation of amines. As the name suggests, in this we are going to introduce acyl group. What is acyl group? RCO group. Acylation of amines. In this, what is going to happen? Acidic hydrogen on nitrogen replaced by acyl group, replaced by the acyl group. What is acyl group? That is RCO group, that is acyl group. Suppose we have got primary amine. We are supposed to react with the acid chloride, RCOCl, in the presence of NaOH, a base. What is going to happen? The hydrogen will be replaced by RCO group. You will get the formation of the secondary amine. You will get the formation of the secondary amide. You will get the formation of secondary amide. Acylation of amines. This hydrogen of the nitrogen is replaced by acyl group. This is one of the examples. Now let us see, we have to do the first example of acylation. Suppose we have to do acetylation. It is an example of acylation. Acetylation is an example of the acylation of amines. In this, what we are going to discuss is acidic hydrogen of amines replaced by acetyl group, replaced by acetyl group, replaced by acetyl group. So we have a primary amine. We react with acetyl chloride. Acetyl chloride is CH3, COCl, IUPAC name is ethanol chloride. NaOH, a base, to utilize HCl coming out, hydrogen replaced by CH3Cl. So we'll get the formation of a secondary amide. Its name will be N-alkyl ethanamide. N-alkyl ethanamide. So this is acetylation, an example of acylation. Another example I like to show you is benzoylation of amine. We are going to put benzoyl group. Benzoylation of amine. Benzoylation of amine in fact is a name reaction. It is also called Schotten-Baumann reaction. So suppose somebody asks you what is Schotten-Baumann reaction. They are basically benzoylation of amine. Benzoylation of amine. So we have primary amine. We reacted with benzoyl chloride. What is benzoyl chloride? C6H5, COCl, in the presence of NaOH. Hydrogen replaced by benzoyl group. So you get RNH, CO, C6H5, CO, C6H5. its name is N-alkyl benzamide. N-alkyl benzamide. So both of these are nothing but examples of acylation reaction. They are the examples of acylation reaction. Acylation is general and these are the specific. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about the chemical properties of, more chemical properties of amine. Okay, so please take care, keep on studying. Thank you.